So I just came to this epiphany about why time is speeding up, or at least why it seems to be speeding up, why people say it feels like time is speeding up. Well, first of all, there's the obvious answer for why it feels that way, which is generally what people think, which is the idea that as we have more life experiences, um, in comparison, it seems like less because if it's like you have one life experience and then you have another one, well, that's like 50%. That's a big amount. But if you have 100 life experiences, then you add one more to it. Well, that's just like a little bit, so it's like not very much in comparison. So in that aspect, things can seem like less significant and time goes faster, and that makes sense, and I do think that is a factor for why time seems to speed up as you get older. However, I think there's also something else going on the planet, and this is affecting how we experience time, and it's making people grow faster. More change is happening faster and faster. um, on a spiritual level, people are growing faster, having more spiritual insights at a faster rate. Um, and what else? Yeah, manifesting, like things just kind of manifest faster. You can kind of, like, karma is almost like speeding up, things like that. Everything just seems to be speeding up. And so the reason for this is because the frequency of the Earth has been increasing. Now, I've been saying this going back to my December monthly readings, where I was predicting how in December the energy is like shifting, and I don't know about you, but I've definitely been feeling it as well. Um, and I noticed since I made those predictions, I've been noticing all these other psychics are saying the same thing too. And just seems like everybody's having that experience now, that the Earth is really increasing in frequency, um, from the way that I see it, from since December. Now, like, how does the frequency increase the speed of time? And it's not like it really increases the speed of time, although I did also hear that the rotation of the Earth actually has sped up. Apparently it slowed down at one point way back, just a little bit, and now it's actually sped up again, so that now um, we're like 1 minute ahead every year compared to where it was spinning before. And this is something you can look up on in like science magazines, science news. Like, this is the academic scientific community saying this. This isn't like some astrology stuff. This is like official stuff. You can look it up. Um, but that's another side note. That's not really how it works, though. The reason why the frequency of the Earth makes things happen faster, whether that's like physically, not the clock spinning faster, but more so just things happen at a faster rate. And the best way I can describe this is if you look at the pattern of a sound wave. A slow, low vibrational sound wave, and that would be more like physical, and your body kind of has a lower vibration than your spirit, so it's not like low is always bad. It's also about being more here on earth, which you did choose to do by being in this lifetime, which there's a purpose for that. So being one with everything at a very high frequency, that's great, but there's also something we had by being at a lower frequency as well. So I don't want to like make it sound like one is bad, because it's not necessarily bad, although we have had that experience on some level, and so we are increasing it and moving on to the next level, so to speak. But anyways, a sound wave, if it's a slow wave, it's kind of like that, it Whereas a fast wave, it's like up and down and up and down and up and down, like, you know, or a higher frequency, I should say. And so even if it's like within the same bandwidth, you know, and it's still like covering the same amount of area when it goes across like that versus like this, when it's going up and down, it's covering more of the area. And so if you think about it, that's like all the contact, it's like more colored in, and that's like there's more like consciousness, there's more stuff happening, like all those points of contact, like every little fragment of that line, there's more stuff going on there. And so when there's less, it's like, you know, less is happening, basically. Not only that, but also the way that the line goes up and comes back down, it only, like with a low frequency, it's just going to come up and go down, like every now and then, not as constant as a higher frequency. And so the process going up, coming down, going up, coming down, that's change. It's like constant changing. So like that's another way of looking at it, how there's just more stuff is happening, there's more activity going on. So in that sense, time is speeding up. Of course, this is not like the clock is literally speeding up, although the Earth is spinning a little bit faster. But I mean it more like in the sense of your perception of time, like everything's just evolving at a faster rate. So, hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.